Once upon a time, in the ancient town of Bethsaida, nestled outside Jerusalem during the time of Jesus, lived two siblings, Miriam, age 11, and Eli, age 8. They were Israelites, and their days were filled with laughter, imagination, and the warmth of family. One sunny afternoon, Miriam and Eli gathered with their friends, Lucas and Julia. Lucas and Julia were Roman children, their families having settled in Bethsaida due to trade and commerce. Despite their cultural differences, the four children played together harmoniously, their youthful innocence bridging any gaps. On this particular day, Miriam's eyes sparkled with excitement. She had been reading stories about brave queens and heroic women, and her favorite was the tale of Queen Esther. Miriam loved how Esther had risked her life to save her people from destruction, so she decided to play pretend, imagining herself as the courageous queen. "Lucas, Julia, Eli!" Miriam called out. "Let's play a game. I'll be Queen Esther, and you can all be part of my royal court." The children eagerly agreed, and they gathered in the shade of an ancient olive tree. Miriam, wearing an imaginary crown, stood tall and regal. Eli pretended to be the king, while Lucas and Julia took on the roles of palace attendants. "Your Majesty," Eli said with a mock-serious expression, "what shall we do today?" Miriam, caught up in her role, hesitated. She knew the story of Queen Esther well, but suddenly, her mind went blank. She couldn't remember the details, the palace intrigues, the villainous Haman, or the daring plot to save her people. Miriam stammered. I decree that we shall have a grand banquet." The other children exchanged puzzled glances. Lucas whispered to Julia, "What's a banquet?" Julia shrugged. "I think it's a fancy feast." Miriam continued, "Yes, a feast. And we'll invite everyone, nobles, commoners, and even the palace guards." "But why?" Lucas asked, playing along. "Because," Miriam declared, "we need to save our people from danger." Eli raised an eyebrow. "What danger?" Miriam hesitated again. She felt embarrassed. "Well, you see, I forgot the rest of the story." Lucas grinned. "It's okay, Miriam. Let's go ask your mom. She knows everything." And so, the four friends ran to Miriam and Eli's house, where their mother welcomed them with open arms. She listened to their request and smiled. "Ah, Queen Esther," she said, her eyes twinkling. "A remarkable woman indeed." Miriam's mom sat them down and began to recount the biblical account. She spoke of King Ahasuerus, Queen Vashti's defiance, and Esther's rise to the throne. She described Mordecai, the loyal cousin who helped Esther, and the wicked Haman's plot to destroy the Jews. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the children listened intently. Miriam's mom emphasized Esther's courage, her faith in God, and the power of standing up for what's right, even when it seemed impossible. When the story ended, Miriam's eyes shone with newfound understanding. "We can be like Queen Esther," she said. "We can trust in God and protect our friends and stand up against injustice." Lucas nodded. "And I'll be Mordecai, always looking out for you." Julia chimed in. "And I'll be the brave palace guard." Eli grinned. "And I'll be the king who listens to his queen." And so, under the ancient olive tree, the children continued their game. They laughed, imagined, and made believe they were part of the grand story of Esther. Their hearts swelled with courage, and they vowed to protect one another, just as Esther had protected her people. As the stars appeared in the night sky, Miriam whispered, "Thank you, Father God, for helping Esther." And in that quiet moment, the boundaries of time blurred, and Miriam felt her connection to a brave queen who had lived centuries before. May we all be forever inspired by the biblical tale of Esther,